Ministry of Defense, Forestry, Tourism and Health.
I am enhancing the path to the disciplined services by directing the Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Energy, Climate Change and Forestry, Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife and Heritage, as well as the Ministry of Interior and National Administration to allocate at least 30% of their vacancies to National Youth Servicemen and women. This should encourage and motivate many young Kenyans on their path to national service and national productivity.
Additionally, the President has asked the task force undertaking terms and conditions on the police force to extend their time so that they can accommodate the National Youth Service.
This morning, I have instructed an extension of 2 months be made available for the task force so that that task force can also include the National Youth Service, terms of service and conditions of service to ensure that the service, the National Youth Service, joins the other disciplined forces in ensuring that the men and women who serve with dedication and commitment and sacrifice are considered in terms of their employment and terms of service.
The National Youth Service graduates are yet to spend remote days in the institution as they wait to be posted to different parts of the country to perform tasks assigned to them. James Moreki Mwenda, KUTV.
High Court today nullified the August 9th election winning of Magarini MP Harrison Garama Kombe and Lagdera MP Abdikadir Mohammed, who contested for the positions with ODM tickets. The election results were nullified following massive irregularities reported against the two after announcement of the August general election results last year.
The High Court today revoked the win of Lagdera MP Abdikadir Mohammed following a petition presented to court by his competitor Abdigan Zaytun, which reflected irregularities during the August 9 general elections. Abdikadir, who contested for Lagdera MP under the ODM party ticket, was declared the winner by IEBC, garnering 5,939 votes, followed by his closest competitor Abdigan Zaytun with 4,863 votes. Malindi High Court also nullified the August 9 election results of Magarini MP Harrison Garama Kombe, which according to the High Court involved mass irregularities, including interchanging votes in favor of the winner declared by IEBC, voter stuffing, and reduction of votes from the competitors in favor of the winner. High Court today also dismissed the petition challenging the win of Wajir Governor Ahmed Abdullahi in last year's general elections. The court dismissed the case presented by Paul Luzard and Mohammed Hassan of Jubilee Party, saying that the petitioner failed to demonstrate the validity of his petitions against the governor. The petitions held against Abdullahi indicated that the election was marred by irregularities and a large number of voters who voted for Abdullahi were not identified using Kenya Integrated Management Systems used by IEBC. Magarini and Lagdera constituencies will have new elections conducted by Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC, while Wajir Governor Ahmed Abdullahi shall continue serving as the governor according to High Court. Mutunga Joseph, KUTV.
Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen says unserviced loans and pending bills are a major hindrance to his plans for Kenya's infrastructural development. The CS told Senate Committee on Roads, Transportation and Housing today that his ministry has 40 billion worth of unserviced loans and up to a whopping 1 trillion shillings of money yet to be wired to contractors. Murkomen also revealed plans to rehabilitate both Mombasa Road and Uhuru Highway to international standards, all within a year's time. Plans are also underway to revolutionize Kenya's aviation sector and construction of Kenya to drop international highway to boost trade. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has today presided over the launch of an agricultural show in Eldoret, Uasin Gishu County. The Deputy President has maintained that the government has done its best to reduce the cost of living and it continues to do more. He says that the government has made changes meant to transform agriculture, especially the dairy sector.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has today presided over the launch of Eldoret Agricultural Show in Eldoret, Uasin Gishu County, where he said that the government has reduced the cost of living.
Tulipata bei ya unga ilikuwa 230 na kufuatilia mipango ya kiuchumi tumeweza kuteremsha hiyo bei. Sasa imefika 180 pahali ingine 175.
The Deputy President says that the government has also reduced the cost of fertilizers in its long-term plan of cutting down on food prices.
Na tumeweza kupunguza bei ya mbolea kutoka shilingi 7,000 mpaka 3,500. Na kwa hivyo ni matumaini yetu ya kwamba kila mkulima katika North Rift na kila pahali popote katika bread basket na Jamhuri ya Kenya atapata nafasi ya kupata mbolea.
The Deputy President says that the government has introduced key changes in the dairy sector by changing the board of management in the Kenya Dairy Board in order to eradicate monopoly in the milk trade.
Ile board ilikuwa pale, ilikuwa captured na ile state capture na conflict of interest. Kazi ya hiyo board ilikuwa ni kupeana leseni kwa mtu moja ambaye alikuwa analeta maziwa ya powder na kuweka hapa kwa soko. Amenunua shilingi 10 kwa lita, amekuja amechanganya na maji.
Gachagua has also warned the local farmers against hoarding of maize, saying it is the reason why government is importing the grain from outside the country.
Yale mahindi yote mko nayo kwa store, kuanzia leo saa 8, muachilie kwa ile bei iko kwa sababu ni bei nzuri. Mukishindwa kufanya hivyo, mutapatwa na ile mahindi ya kutoka nje na bei ya mahindi itateremka mkiwa na mahindi kwa store.
The second in command has also announced that the government is planning to establish fertilizer distribution depots in every constituency in a bid to ensure that farmers in the remote areas also benefit from fertilizer acquisition. Agriculture CS Mithika Linturi has advised farmers to attend agricultural shows for learning purposes. Approximately 5.2 million Kenyans face starvation due to the long-standing drought. Joseph Kess, KUTV.
Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has left Baku, Azerbaijan today afternoon to return to the country after representing President William Ruto at the Non-Aligned Movement NAM Contact Group Summit in response to COVID-19. The Prime CS took the opportunity to meet with prospective Azerbaijan investors willing to venture into doing business in Kenya, and terminated his activities with an engagement with Kenyans living and working in Azerbaijan. He was later seen off by Deputy Foreign Minister Fariz Zayev, Kenyan Ambassador to Tehran Joshua Gatimu, and incoming Azerbaijan Ambassador to Kenya, Haitev Sultan. Garissa County Governor Natif Jama has now warned against the diversion and mismanagement of relief food in the county, as he urged citizens to report such incidents. While speaking at a food distribution exercise in Mogadishu town, he also called out the controller of the budget for what he has said is lack of understanding of the current situation on the ground.
As various counties continue to experience the adverse effects of the ongoing drought, the national and county governments continue to provide relief food as they seek to cushion citizens. According to the Red Cross organization, an estimated 400,000 people are in need of relief food. Garissa Governor Natif Jama has warned the food handlers against diversion of the relief food, saying that those found guilty will be dealt with. He was speaking at a food distribution exercise in Modogashe town, which is set to benefit 3,000 families.
So mimi leo niko hapa kuzindua mradi wa kutoa chakula ya kwa usaidizi na kwa walioathirika na ukame. Hii chakula ambayo leo kaunti yangu inaitoa ni chakula tunatarajia itawatosha hawa watu walioathirika for some time. Bwana DCC, wewe na sub county administrator, our MCA and the other leaders, committee members, naomba hii chakula itolewe vizuri, isiharibiwe, isiibwe.
Jama took the opportunity to address the statement by the Controller of Budget in which it says that the counties have been wasteful in expenditure for the last 6 months. According to the law, at least 30% of the county budget should be allocated to development projects.
I am a very conscious governor matters development. Lakini there are some times when development inakuwa ni difficult to fulfill.
Until now, 6 rainy seasons have failed, and the forecast predicts that the situation might get worse.
Now, the Kenya Wildlife Service, KWS, is commemorating World Wildlife Day by naming elephants in Amboseli National Park in Kajiado County. Meanwhile, Wild Animals Protection has underscored partnership with creatives as one of the way of marshalling efforts towards alleviating cruelty and suffering meted on animals, majorly through animal trafficking. Laban Shaban now reports.
Kenya has joined the world in celebrating World Wildlife Day at both the national levels and in all conservation areas in the country. This year's theme is Partnerships for Wildlife Conservation, to honor the people who are making a difference. At the Kenya Cultural Center in Nairobi,
some of y'all trying to breed cheetahs, really sad because
creatives are performing pieces themed on wildlife protection in commemoration of this day.
Sisi watu jipendekezi, siwapige leopard picha ziende majuu kutushowcase.
Animal welfare campaign organization World Animal Protection is teaming up with artists and young people in Kenya to raise awareness about wildlife protection. Edith Kabesime, the wildlife campaigns manager at World Animal Protection, explains.
Partnering with the young people and through the cultural center as well as the biodiversity network, because these are really very vibrant networks. These are vibrant partnerships that we've been working this journey together for the last 4 so years.
Kabesime encourages African governments to address extractive practices for export, pets and traditional medicine. She calls for strengthening of enforcement measures to ensure countries are not used as a hub for wildlife trafficking.
Because of our broken governance systems, we cannot enforce wildlife trade laws. We cannot monitor. The enforcement agencies have low capacity, but also some of these enforcement agencies are mad with a lot of corruption. So that is why wildlife trafficking continues.
On World Wildlife Day, the world reflects on responsibility to protect the magnificent diversity of life on this planet. The head of communication for World Wildlife Protection, Lucy Wanjiku, calls for stakeholders to work together.
And one of the things that we have seen, art and culture is a great stimuli of conversations on difficult topics like animal welfare. Most often when we talk about animal welfare, people ask, how about the human welfare? But I can tell you, these are two interconnected things. We connect animal welfare and human welfare.
Areas of collaboration to protect wildlife include laws and policies formulation, security and law enforcement activities, community wildlife conservation, species conservation and management, research in wildlife conservation, and protected area habitat restoration.
I urge today that even the government, our government, should really start looking at those animals that are small but very important to the ecosystem.
A section of artists working with World Wildlife Protection and other stakeholders to campaign against cruel action against animals explain their passion towards this front.
Nafurahi sana kwamba nimeteuliwa kama mmoja wa wasanii ambao naweza pasi message ya wanyama. Unajua wanyama hawezi ongea. So hapa nje kuna wanyama wanadhulumiwa, na wanyama pia wako na feelings. Animals wako na feelings, wako na hisia. So naona tu ni bora tukiongea kwa niaba yao.
Creative industry is a docket where we can communicate whatever we want. Yes, it's up to us to decide ni content gani tunataka you reach out kwa watu.
You find most of the times we'll say Black Life Matters, Black Life Matters. What about these animals that often the tasks are being sold in the marketplaces?
I do mostly art from waste, and being a Wildlife Day, I do believe that waste contributes in endangering our wildlife, mostly the sea, the creatures in the sea.
The clarion trumpet has been sounded to the government to move the world to protect animals and create a planet where animals live freely from cruelty and suffering. Laban Shaban, KUTV, Nairobi.
Thank you, Laban Shaban, for that exclusive report. Now we're taking our first short break right here at the KTV Primetime News. We'll be back with an interview concerning mental health matters with one Edwin Shamir, the Executive Director of Together for Society. A conversation you don't want to miss out on. Keep your feedback coming on our YouTube, on our social media handles at KTV_Kenya, at Mercy Mvinda. The hashtag is Primetime News. Don't go too far.
Technology, science, innovation, ICT and research. These are the ingredients upon which the solutions to the 21st century problems are founded. In a world that is rapidly changing, it's all hands on deck to ensure a balance in all fields of life. Women, young and old, are also in the front line, breaking the glass ceiling, becoming thought leaders in the larger tech space. Not forgetting other societies marginalized. And when the tech Avengers come together, we inch closer to a much safer, efficient, and sustainable world. What we view as a norm in today's advanced world was just an idea, and for nostalgic reasons, we trace back to the iconic days to bring you the retro tech. On Technovation Show, we encapsulate all the pillars of the fourth industrial revolution, decoded in a language, all for one for all. Every Monday at 8:30 as we push the mantra, keep learning something new each and every day. Only on KUTV, a new experience.
Kipindi hewani ni mitindo ya kipwani. Kama ilivyo kipindi hiki kinahusu nyimbo za taarab, chakacha, midwara, midundiko, bila kusahau mapishi. Ambao ndio uti wa mgongo wa pwani ya Afrika Mashariki.
Jamani, swaibu zangu mliopo maskani, hatuonani wenzangu, najua mwanitamani.
Hapa KUTV, nahoda mwendesha chombo cha baharini, yani ua linalunukia na kuvutia waridi tamu.
Adventures across the African continent.
See breathtaking wildlife, stunning landscapes,
and out of this world technologies.
Meet incredible scientists
and learn fantastic facts.
Explore, discover, be amazed.
Part of the next generation of African change makers.
Be a part of Engine, Africa's #1 science
Welcome back. Let's get to have this conversation. Now, anxiety and depression constitute more than 40% of mental health disorders among young people. UNICEF reports that worldwide, suicide is the fourth most common cause of death after road injuries, tuberculosis, and interpersonal violence among adolescents and young people. In so many cases, we've seen or heard of a young man or lady jump off from a high building, strangle themselves, or maybe drink poison. And when dug deep, their mental wellness is often at times found wanting. Now, this is becoming a cause for alarm, and that's why tonight, Edwin Shamir, a human rights defender and executive director Together for Society, joins me in studio to discuss mental health matters. Welcome, Edwin, to our studios.
Thank you so much. My name is Edwin Shamir. I'm a passionate human rights defender, and I'm also executive director of Together for Society. Maybe in brief, I can explain what is Together for Society as an organization. Together for Society is a youth-led organization based in the Coast region, which has brought together young people from the community and also from the universities and tertiary education learning, so that we can offer psychosocial support and education support to our young vulnerable people at the community level.
Right, and that is really a noble cause that you're doing at the coastal area. Now let's get to the real elephant in the room. Is mental health a real concern in Kenya?
Sure. Mental health is a very, I can say it's a menace in Kenya, because our young people, when you look at the numbers, mostly it affects young people from the age of from 12 years up to 24, 25 years. So according to the UNICEF report or World Health Organization report, it indicates that young people are being affected by mental health, and the causes which most of the young people get themselves into this, the matters which concern mental health, things like depression, loneliness, and also sometimes they feel like they feel like they don't want to accept their status where they are. So all these causes leads to mental health and well-being.
And you know, Shamir, sometimes when you talk about these mental health related issues, we actually don't know what they look like. So sometimes someone is suffering from mental health related issues and they are not aware. So what does mental health related issues look like?
Okay, mental health, I can say, like when you find someone is very fatigued, it's not in a normal life the way she or he is in a normal day. But when you look at that person, he's very tired, he looks fatigued, it's like there's no energy, and also physical pain. Some of them, they have pain inside, but we as a human being, you cannot detect which is inside someone's heart or someone's body. Right. So things like that, and also avoidance. You can see someone is just being rigid of getting things which people are getting normally. So these signs and symptoms, you can be able to detect that this person is suffering and is having mental health issues.
Right, and we're seeing that this issue is really escalating and it is rampant, it is all over. I'm wondering, how did we get here, Shamir? Look at that camera and tell us, how did we get here? Okay,
I think we as the young people, we reached at this point because, like I said before, many young people doesn't accept their status. So you find a young person, he want to force himself in a situation which in life is not his status. So it's forced, that situation faces him to start doing things which can affect him or can affect her mentally. And at the end of the day, this person just become like, is just alone, is just himself. He doesn't want to associate with someone. And also, maybe I can say it's also caused by the background, because where you come from, when people are doing things which can lead to to mental health, then your background can also be a cause. And also, again, I can say discrimination and stigma.
Right.
We have young people who are going through a lot in life. Maybe stigmatization because of maybe period of poverty, because that's what the real thing we are addressing as a Together for Society organization. Period poverty and discrimination, discrimination maybe because of where you are coming from. Someone is discriminating you because maybe your health status. So these things can lead to mental health. Yeah.
So what are some of the complications that are associated with mental health?
Some of the complications, like I said before, when you see a young person, maybe the things, the act, I can say the act or the feelings. Right. You can find this person. The act is not the things he's doing in a normal life. So maybe this person is engaging himself in issues which we as the young people we are not supposed to engage in. Like you can find out that a young girl who was just very concerned with about her education and also the real life situation. But you find out that this young girl now is engaging on the things which can affect his higher education life, such as drug abuse and also many things, bad company, and so many things which can lead to associate itself with the mental health.
Right, and you have explicitly explained to us the symptoms and how we actually got here, and we are here already. So how do we get out of this place?
What I can say, or the advice I can give to my fellow young people, you just be a youth champion. Start by yourself. Be a youth champion, and also if you have realized these feelings which can lead you to mental health, start associating with people. Don't be lonely. You feel like, oh, people don't want to be with me. Don't be lonely, and also accept your status. Like I do say, like I'm Shamir, and I accept my status, where I am, where I come from, and what I'm doing. So you should not force yourself into issues which doesn't concern you, and you should not do things because Shamir is doing. Just do what you are capable or what you are able to do in the community. And also, I can say, associate with people who are focused in life, because most of the time we as the young people, like here in KU, Kenyatta University, you find that a young boy or a young girl is coming here very focused, but at the end of the day or in the middle of our education learning period, you find out that now this young boy or girl has diverted attention to certain things which may lead to a mental illness.
Right. Now, I want you to talk to the society, family, friends, parents who have people who are undergoing mental health issues. What can we do to support these people?
What I can say, the advice, and me as Shamir, I cannot do it, but it's upon you as a parent, as a guardian, and also as a young person. Talk, speak out. We want these people to come out and talk. Like you can find a family which maybe a young boy has started to experience things which is not okay according to the health issues, but due to loneliness and they just want to keep quiet, they don't want to talk about this issue. But if we share out our issues, you can find a good friend, you can have a very concerned parent who can advise you on what to do and what you are not supposed to do. So I can just say we as young people and also as a guardian, and what I can say in the society of nowadays, I feel like our parents have gone out of their roles and responsibility.
Interesting. How so?
Yeah, because most of the parents nowadays in a modern modern life society, they are concerned on how they are going to put food on the table, but they are not concerned about the health issues of this young boy or the young girl. So I feel like this year our parents, they need to take time with our young people. For example, if your son or your daughter have come from maybe from education leave, now she's at home, have time with her. Talk about these issues. How is the school? How are you? What are you experiencing here at home? And other issues which can relate well with with the health.
Right. So parents who are watching and guardians, take time to have time and spend some time with your kids so that you can be able to notice some of these things. Now, if a person is diagnosed with or is showing these symptoms that you have talked about, being lonely and all the other symptoms that you've mentioned, how can they get help?
First thing I will say a funny thing. I can say as a young person, if you have felt like you are now starting to experience these things, first thing, you need to drink a lot of water.
Okay.
Most of us feel like if I drink a lot of water, so you need to drink a lot of water. You need to sleep early, and you need to live stress-free. Some of us young people, we put ourselves in the things which doesn't matter in life. As a young person, just focus in life, because some things, even when I was coming here, there's some certain things which I've experienced. But when I keep my focus into those things, then I will not proceed in life, and I will not reach my target, what I want to achieve in life. So as a young people, just let us keep our mind on the right direction where we want to go, and not focus on other things which may divert our attention, so that we enter into certain things which may lead, which can affect our health issues.
Now, maybe is there a hotline that you would maybe want to recommend, or an organization that is helping people with mental health issues that you can recommend?
Yeah, we as a Together for Society organization, we are operating under in Mombasa and also at entire coast region. And we also partner with certain organizations which offers counseling to these young people who are affected or who have mental health issues. So one organization which I can recommend apart from Together for Society is Girls for Girls organization. Girls for Girls organization have come up with a safe house where they keep these young people who have been affected by mental health issues, so that they guide them, they counseling them, so that at a certain period of time after they have healed, now they have been taken back to their places. And also as an organization, we have young professionals, counselors under that docket. We have under Together for Society, we have health docket where we have certain 4 or 3 professional people who are focused, and they lead that docket well by conducting sessions with young people at the community level, grassroots level, at primary, secondary, and also at the university level. So we conduct these sessions so that at the end of the day, we want to see wellness and well-being in everyone's life.
Right, and Shamir, you and I both are young people, and this issue is rampant in our day, but it was not popular in the older generations. So what then has led to the rise of this matter right now in our day?
I can say right now, I can talk about two things. One is about what we normally witness in our family. You can find out that me as Shamir, I'm just okay, and how I behave, everything I'm doing is just okay. But the family or the parents, what they are doing is what is affecting me. So there are some kind of things which our family, they should not, they're not supposed to do when we as the young people, we are seeing them lively.
So are you saying that
they normally
our parents
affect us?
Are you saying that our parents are doing things that their parents didn't do to them, that is making us kind of lose it in terms of mental health?
Yeah, like I can say that in the old era, you cannot find that families or a father and a mother, they are fighting in front of a child or in front of a child. But nowadays, even they can even fight within in an open place. So as a young person, you witness, and you have friends also. When they see this, they will just start talking negatively about your life and all, where you are coming from. Where you are coming from, people just fight anyhowly. Your father is just beating your mother anyhowly. So she will feel like, these things, these are not good things to me. Even if my friends, they can be aware of it, then at the end of the day, I will not feel comfortable, even in school or in the community. I will not feel comfortable. So these things can force this young person maybe to go into exile, locate to a certain area which is not known, so that at least he can find a peace of mind.
Absolutely. And Shamira, I also think there's an issue of pressure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of peer pressure in your day. Maybe you can shed some light on that.
Yeah, and peer pressure. I will just be real with my fellow colleagues. With peer pressure, I feel mostly we get it at the university level or learning institutions, because in the community, people are focused with what they want or what they are doing. But at the university level or colleges or this tertiary institution, they feel like me, I'm just here. Someone have just come from Bungoma and now we have arrived in Nairobi. And now they want to behave like the people of Nairobi behaving, forgetting the background, forgetting what brought him or her in Nairobi, forgetting what he's supposed to achieve in life. So you just be in a company, and this company you are entering into, you don't know how it started, their main aim, their main goal, what they intend to achieve. So you just find yourself there. At the end of the day, you find out that this group, maybe they are grouping themselves to become terrorists, maybe juvenile gangs, and also to conduct themselves into issues which doesn't matter in the community. So I think due to such a things, peer pressure can just develop itself. Even sometimes they develop itself without you knowing as a human being. So you just need to take good time of yours and also sit and have a good company, talk and open up, so that if you feel like there's something which is you are starting to experience which is not normal, you need to find friends, sit around people so that they can advise you on what you can do.
Right. Now, as we come to a close of this conversation, it can go on, and it will still be ongoing. I want you to tell us, because you have said Together for Society is one of the organizations that is helping people with mental health issues. How can we get to you, even as you give your parting shot?
Together for Society, we are based in Mombasa, like I said before, and we are also in media platforms. Twitter, you can find us at Twitter at T4S_Kenya, T4S Kenya, and also Facebook, you can find us through Together for Society. Together for Society, not for of FOR, but for. Number 4. Yeah, the figure. Okay. Number 4. Together for Society. Same to Instagram, Together for Society. Our website is www.Together for Society with FOR, Together for Society, .ke.co.
Thank you so much, Shamir. That has been an amazing conversation and a very exclusive one for sure. Now, dear young person, you are going through mental health issues, speak up, hydrate, sleep early. Dear parent, you have a child, a son, a cousin, a nephew, a niece who is going through mental health issues, take time to speak to them. Hey, friend, make sure you reach out to your friends and don't get drowned in peer pressure. Now, keep your feedback coming at KUTV_Kenya, at Mercy Imbinda, using the hashtag KUTV Primetime News, hashtag health, mental health matters. We're taking another short break. We'll be back with more news. Keep watching.
need to look for high quality friends.
I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, you know, Portmore. That's my village.
Kanga tu chini hapo ukinyepia ukikatia mademo akipita.
Sinaweza saa hii nimekuja kukopesa choo.
Tunafanya maandalizi ya watoto wa kiume na wa kike, hasa wasichana hawa wanaandaliwa yani kuingia kwenye ndoa yani.
Ile kuna mnazi natoka pale kwa sababu ya nini? Naosha moyo wangu uwe safi.
Another thing is that when you are accessing the plants, haukanyangi juu, unakanyanga kando, una assess bend wakati unapalilia ama kutoa hizo magugu.
Ni vyema mimea kumwagiliwa maji ya kutosha wakati inakuwa na walakin. Kumwagilia maji kupita kiasi ukilenga mimea kunaweza kuharibu mazao. Hii inaweza kuepukwa kwa kutumia mfumo kama vile umwagiliaji maji kwa njia ya matone.
Welcome back. President William Ruto has welcomed the National Youth Service to join hands with other Kenyans and play a pivotal role in tree planting across the country in an effort to mitigate effects of climate change and drought in the country. The president was speaking today in Gilgil, Nakuru County during the pass-out parade of NYS records.
President William Ruto utilized the National Youth Service pass-out ceremony today in Gilgil, Nakuru County that he presided over to implore and welcome the new recruits to take responsibility and actively participate in planting of 1 billion trees in an attempt to combat the impacts of climate change.
I also recognize that the service is going to play a significant role in the national tree planting campaign by growing 1 billion trees on 40,000 acres across the country over the next 5 years.
He also affirmed his conviction that the knowledge and skills the over 11,000 youths are yet to acquire from various technical training institutions will be instrumental in digitizing the agricultural sector in various capacities to increase food production that will in turn help in realizing food security in the country.
Impacting training in such vital fields as aeroponics, climate-smart agriculture, and research. It is important that this new venture succeeds, is cost-effective, and does not exert inordinate budgetary pressure, provided excellent orientation to our national food security and agro-industrial agenda. I am encouraged to know that the National Youth Service now intends to place 720 acres of land under irrigation to support maize, potato, and soybean seed production and multiplication.
It can be remembered that President William Ruto, through the government's Executive Order Number 1 of 2023, created a State Department for Environment and Climate Change to underline his government's commitment to protect Kenyans from adverse effects of global warming. Due to effects of climate change, Kenya and her neighboring Horn of Africa countries have been experiencing drought and famine that continue to wreak havoc in the region, severely affecting over 4 million people and millions of livestock killed. The president, however, assured Kenyans that his government has established elaborate plans to reverse these devastating effects of climate change. Okumu Modaki for KUTV.
Relief as Narok residents are set to benefit from a 71 million shillings water project that has been launched by Narok Governor Patrick Olentuntu in Suswa Center. The project will serve Suswa, Mauricio and Tulele wards upon its completion. Prior to the launch, residents have been walking long distances to get water that cost 40 shillings per jerrycan.
Narok East Sub-County residents can now breathe a sigh of relief after the launch of a 71 million shillings water project that is set to ease their lives. For a while now, residents of Suswa, Mauricio and Ntulele ward have had to walk long distances in search of water, with residents saying that they buy water at 40 shillings per jerrycan.
Sisi tumeshukuru leo tuko hapa county yetu ya Narok, sub-county ya Narok East, tukilaunch project kubwa ya maji. Na hii maji itatoka huko kwa dry port na itakuja kwa hii senda ya Suswa na iende kwa duka moja, na wale wote ambao wako karibu katika sehemu hii tutahakikisha ya kwamba wamepata maji.
During the launch of the water project in Suswa, Narok County Governor Patrick Ntutu said that the Kenya Kwanza government is keen on serving citizens and the residents' cry for accessible clean water has been heard. The governor thanked the national government for its support and warned against theft of the water supply pipes after installation, saying that such practices will not be tolerated.
Lakini wakati sisi tumeingia kama Kenya Kwanza, tumesema ya kwamba watu lazima wakunywe maji safi. Na mimi nashukuru sana serikali yetu kuu ikiongozwa na rais wetu William Samoei Ruto, kwa sababu tumeshikania hii kazi yote ili ifanyike.
The residents have thanked the government for honoring its promise of water supply and improved health facilities in the area.
Tulipokuja pale public participation tulikuomba hospitali, na waleo hospitali imefunguliwa. Tukakuomba utupe maternity, waleo wamama tunajifungulia karibu.
The water that is being sourced from the dry port is expected to reach all residents in the entire Suswa area. Yvonne Kemuma, KUTV.
Let's get sporty. Kenya Premier League side Kakamega Homeboys have gone on a shopping spree and then going to transfer window to bolster their squad ahead of the second leg of the Football Kenya Federation Premier League season that kicks off next week. The most recent addition to the club is Ugandan-born goalkeeper James Satu Bakleo, who was officially unveiled on Thursday. Other players who have been signed by Homeboys include striker Mohamed Adnan, who joined from Gardika FC in the Somalia Premier League, right back Dennis Sihai, and striker Kevin Mwai. Head coach Patrick Odhiambo said they are putting vast resources into the market to boost their aspirations for a maiden title after coming close to winning the league last season. NCBA has launched the third edition of the NCBA Golf Series aimed at promoting the sport of golf across East Africa. The 2023 NCBA Golf Series will see a total of 17 club qualifier events played in various golf clubs across Kenya and Uganda. And for the first time since its inception, the series will be held in Rwanda and Tanzania. The series will also include two junior tournaments to be held at the Lake Victoria Serena Golf Resort in Uganda and the Nyali Golf Club in Kenya. The junior tournaments will be held in partnership with Junior Golf Foundation and US Kids Golf as part of the company's continued commitment to support junior golf development in Kenya. The overall winner, men's category winner, ladies category winner, and the junior category winner at each of the 17 events will qualify to play at the grand finale, which will be held in December at the Sigona Golf Club. Two-time rugby champions Kabras Sugar will host Queens at the Kakamega Showground, while KCB welcome Menengai Oilers at the Ruaraka Den for the Rugby Kenya Cup semi-final matches, which will be played tomorrow from 4 p.m. Kabras Sugar and KCB earned ticket to participate in the playoffs after they finished first and second respectively during the Kenya Cup regular league season that ended on Saturday after 11 rounds of matches. Queens secured their first-time Kenya Cup semi-final since 2019 after they finished 4th with 37 points from 8 wins and 3 defeats. Kabra Sugar finished top of the log unbeaten with 52 points, one better than 8-time champions KCB, who lost in one outing. As the Oilers, who are yet to win the Kenya Cup, finished third with 37 points from 7 wins and 4 losses. And that story right there brings us to a wrap right here, the KTV Primetime News. Thank you for joining us tonight, and special thanks to everyone that has made this bulletin a success. You can get this bulletin and all our subsequent bulletins on YouTube at KUTV Kenya and on our website at www.kutv.co.ke. Rose Chepkoech has been our sign language interpreter tonight. I am Mbinda Masi. Good night.